How's everybody doing? Hope you're having a wonderful evening. We have about um, 25 minutes before we start class tonight. So I want to give you all some advice or something that came across my mind a little earlier today, and that's about friction. And I got to thinking about money friction. I got to thinking about, you know what, Brother Rick, you grew up with a lot of people who ain't have no money at all. What's the difference between you and your friends? I got to thinking about it. Most of my friends, most of the people I know, they don't like friction. You say, what do you mean? They don't like going against the grain. They don't like going against the status quo. They like to just go along with stuff. That's it. So then I got to thinking about the word friction. So I said, let me Google or let me go to Chat GPT and ask them what are the good results of friction. I dig this. And by the way, class is about to start in 25 minutes. So if y'all want to come to class on the International Monetary Fund tonight, just put IMF in the chat and the link, we'll send the link directly to you. And you come on over to class for free tonight. I'm going to show you how we got $1 million tax return from the Department of Treasury because we don't go along with what people, we don't go along with the status quo. We believe in friction. All right. So if you got my money, you're going to give it up. All right. That's the way it is. This is business. You know, the Bible says, in malice be a child, but in business be a man. So in business, everything the state owes me, they give it to me. They ain't got no choice. Why? Because they ain't got no choice. I file the paperwork. You ain't got no choice but to give it up. Why? Because it's my money. It ain't yours. I don't feel good about somebody walking around with my money. I don't know about you, but I create friction in my life with people who try to take stuff that belong to me. I'm like, we're not gonna get along with each other. I ain't hearing me. I ain't got no relationships with no bank where they can't give me my money back. I hear what I'm talking about. I ain't got no relationships with nobody where my money's involved. You keep my money and we're gonna be happy. No, we're not gonna be happy. All right. We're gonna be happy as what? As long as I'm part of this partnership and as long as I got coming, as long as I get my part of what I got coming. So let me explain something to you about friction. So if you want to come to class tonight, put IMF in the chat. We're getting ready to start at the top of the hour at 6 o'clock p.m. So some of you all, you don't know who I am. You don't really know what's going on. You're talking to these clones and all of that. Well, that's not tonight. Tonight you can come to class. I'm in the class. I'm teaching the class. Okay, 6 o'clock tonight in Eastern, which is about 20 minutes from now, and it's me, Brother Ricky. All right. So I'm gonna teach you about the IMF fund. I'm gonna show you a check for $1 million from the Department of Treasury. Not no replica, not no fake stuff. A real check. Okay, that we got. What my number one client got. All right, and just filing the correct paperwork. No investments. None of that. All right. I am talking about. So let's talk about friction for a second. So I can let me give you some examples of what I'm talking about. It says friction has many. I looked this up on ChatGPT, and it says I see you in class in a little bit, Jimmy. Friction has many positive results. And for those of you out here, Jimmy, go to rickthewealthcoach.com to if you don't want to wait for the link. Go to rickthewealthcoach.com and just sign up right now. If you don't want to wait for the link, go to rickthewealthcoach.com. If you don't want to wait for Ricky because you're on YouTube, that means Ricky got to send it to you, and he'll get it to you. But if you want to get it right now, real quick, if you're on YouTube, then go to rickthewealthcoach.com right now. Why are you thinking about it? Right now, Jimmy. Why are you thinking about it? rickthewealthcoach.com. Go right there. All my classes are on there. So everybody start going on that channel so you'll know that that's the real channel that we have. So you know it's not no perpetrating channel. Okay. For the rest of you all right here, for y'all that's on Instagram, just put in IMF right quick and you can come on over. All right. So all these people talking to y'all online, telling y'all about this and telling y'all about that. 99% of them ain't never got no check from nothing. They don't know what they're doing. Why? Because they don't know how to file stuff. So get involved with people who are actually doing what it is that we're doing. Know how to file this paperwork correctly. Know what it is. People that's got balls like us. See, we're not no punks. Okay. If you're a little punk, a little sissy, just get off the channel and go do something else. All right, because you ain't gonna get no money from no government. I mean, you ain't gonna get no checks from the Department of Treasury. You ain't about to make no money doing nothing. Why? Because life ain't gonna pay you. All right, ain't enough friction in your life. You want stuff to work out, and you want to fight. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't gonna get nothing without standing up for something. I ain't hearing me. This is a fight. I hear what I'm talking about. It's a fight. Friction. I hear what I'm talking about. I love friction. I ain't got no problem with it at all. My mama told me when I was a little boy, she said, hey, if you see a fight, Ricky, hey, Joyce, how you doing, dear? I'll see you in class in a little bit. Hey, Joyce, go to rickthewealthcoach.com real quick before Ricky, instead of waiting on Ricky, for y'all that's on YouTube, before you wait for Ricky to send it to you, go to rickthewealthcoach.com. All right, y'all need to get used to my website because y'all be talking about people robbing y'all and stealing from y'all. And that's true because they've been making up fake pages on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and all that kind of stuff. But they can't make no fake website. RickTheWealthCoach.com. They can't fake that. Okay. Everything we do is on there now. I made it so they stop robbing y'all, stop cheating y'all. Okay. So go to RickTheWealthCoach.com and look up the IMF fund. We're about to do the class right now. The class is on there with the dates for other days too, if you don't make it tonight. All right. So RickTheWealthCoach.com, go on there. Or if you're on Instagram or if you're on Facebook, you can just comment IMF right now and it'll just automatically come to you. All right. So I want to talk to you for a few minutes before we start class tonight. And we're going to carry this theme over to the class as I teach y'all how to get $1 million checks. We're going to carry this theme over to the class. And I'm going to show you this whole attitude that you have to get to make this kind of money in business and in life. It's got to be an attitude where you embrace friction. Okay. If you don't want no friction, life is about to just run you over. Are you hearing me? It's got to be some friction, okay? And you got to embrace it and understand that's the way things go. This is business, and in business, life don't just lay down for you. You're gonna have to do some resisting, okay? You're gonna have to have some heart, all right? You're gonna have to have some character, and there is no making it in this life without friction because it's important to God that you have to deal with friction. Let me prove it to you. Friction has many positive results. I looked this up on a chat on whatever this chat AI is. It says friction has many positive results in everyday life. It allows us to walk without slipping, helps vehicles grip the road, and lets us hold objects without them slipping out of our hands. So I said, why does friction allow us to walk without slipping? So friction between your shoes or feet and the ground prevents slipping by providing resistance to the sliding motion. When you step forward, your foot pushes backward against the ground thanks to the opposite force, allowing you to move forward instead of sliding in place. Yeah, if you just put in IMF, just put the word IMF in here and the link will come directly to you. IMF, just put that in there, Trey. So did you hear that? The reason that your foot goes forward is because of the resistance of the ground, or else you would just slip. In other words, friction is what's keeping you from slipping. Did you know what I'm talking about? Friction is what's saving your life. Friction is what's saving my life. Why? Because it's the fight, it's the struggle, it's the friction that gives us the power that propels us forward. All right. Everybody put forward in the chat. I don't know about you, but my life is all about forward progress. Everybody put forward in the chat. I'm not going backwards about nothing. Are you hearing me? Why? Because friction don't bother me. I use friction to push me forward. How about you? Put forward in that chat. Ain't you tired of laying down? I said, ain't you tired of laying down? I said, ain't you tired of laying down? Stuff happened, you just fold like a lawn chair. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing what I'm talking about? I'm finna move on over and teach this class tonight. This class, if you ain't the kind of person who want to move forward, this class ain't for you. Right? This class is for the person that's like, you know what? I'm finna kick butt and take names. I'm getting all my money that I qualify for. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna get in these business streets and make some money. I'm gonna stop sitting around here waiting on stuff to happen because it ain't gonna happen like that. The only way it's gonna happen is that I use the friction and allow the friction to push me forward. The friction should charge you up. It should make you want to slow down. You hear what I'm talking about? So put IMF in that chat or go to rickthewealthcoach.com. And y'all get used to rickthewealthcoach.com. Some of y'all too lazy. You missed the link and they're talking about I missed the class. I'm like, the link is on rickthewealthcoach.com. It ain't hard to remember. RickTheWealthCoach.com. That ain't hard to remember. So ain't nobody got no business missing class tonight. If you let that little bit of friction stop you from coming to class, then you don't deserve this money. We've had what, $1 million tax return we got. We're showing you how to do the same thing. You hear what I'm talking about? $1 million without even working. You hear what I'm talking about? I got crypto accounts that make more money I made more money in a week off my crypto account. Some of y'all gonna make it in the next 4 or 5 years. You hear what I'm talking about? Why? Because I deal with friction. I'm like, what's making the most money? Not just money, but in life. I'm like, what's making the most? All right, well, that's what I'm gonna mess around. That's what I'm gonna get at. I'm gonna get involved with that. I don't want to get involved with what's making the least. Why? Most people messing around with stuff that's making the least because it ain't no friction involved. You hear what I'm talking about? They're like, you know what? I just put my money in the bank. I just don't want no smoke. I just put my money in a savings account, and I don't want no smoke. I just put my money in a savings account. I don't want no smoke. Well, that's a problem. All right, why? Because the savings account takes 72 years to double. And of course, ain't nobody gonna give you no hard time about nothing. Why? Because they robbing the hell out you. Who in their right mind would give you some friction while they robbing you? You hear what I'm saying? Of course, they're gonna be nice to you, put some suckers on the counter and all that kind of stuff. So tonight, I'm gonna drop it like it's hot when we get over here. We got 15 minutes to go, and I just want to give you all, I just want to encourage you all, and come on over here, come up out these streets like I did. Start making this real money. Put IMF in the chat if you want to come on over and come to class, or go to rickthewealthcoach.com. But we're gonna start in 15 minutes. Listen, when you come to my class, come in with your camera on and be with a pen and be ready to learn. Okay. If you come to my class and you ain't got your camera on, that's friction. So what? I just cut you off. Why? Because I'm like, you ain't ready for this money. You got something else to do. Go do it. All right. You say, that's cold, Brother Ricky. Yeah, it's cold as you come to class and don't want to be there. Are you listening to me? This is real life. Real life ain't waiting on no children. Real life is dealing with grown men and women. That means you got to have some what? Some backbone, some stamina in the business to do what? The business to pay attention to what's going on. That's what friction is. All right. Here's another example of friction right here. It says, friction between, okay, it says, friction also makes it possible to write with a pen, with a pencil or a pen, as a tip moves across the paper and enables brakes to stop cars and bikes safely. Can you imagine driving a car without friction? I can. Why? Because one time a young lady was working for me when I had a beeper store way back in 1995 when phones first came out. Because I'm always doing stuff when it first comes out. So when phones first came out, we started selling cellular phones in 1995. And so I can program pretty much anybody's phone from memory. When they walked up, boom, they just walked off. They can talk down the street. That was a big deal. Had these big brick phones that you can hit somebody in the head with and assault them with, right? So everybody was walking around with a phone or a flip phone. Everybody thought they was, it was amazing just to walk down the street talking on the phone. Now you young folks can't relate to what I'm talking about. I know that's way over y'all age. I've been talking on phone since she was 7 years old, what have you. But anybody around my age, you know what it's like when nobody had a cellular phone. And nobody had no phone when we was growing up. So, so this young lady worked for me, and she said, "Hey, Mr. Rick, I heard you need to get your brakes fixed." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I want to get my brakes. I want to get my brakes fixed on the car." She said, "My father can do your brakes." I said, "No, your father whinehead. I want your father doing my brakes. Your father be drunk all the time." So she was like, "No, go ahead. He's really good with the brake stuff." I said, "Okay, dear. All right." So I went ahead on and let her father fix my brakes. So I get in the car, start driving down the street. I'm on the south side of Chicago, driving down 111th Street. I'm pushing my brakes. He didn't bleed my brakes. So it ain't no what? It ain't no friction. You hear me? So I'm like, man, these brakes, I'm pushing, I'm trying to push the brake down. It's going to the floor, and the guy did not bleed the brakes. So now I'm like, Lord, I'm gonna run into some cars right in front of me. This ain't nothing, God have mercy on babies and fools, right? So I'm about to run into some cars right in front of me. I'm like, oh man, Lord have mercy, I don't know what to do. So then I moved around the cars because I was going to hit them. And then I saw I can go down this driveway. So I went down the driveway and I ran into a fence to keep from hitting anybody because the car could not stop because it didn't have no friction. A bunch of people came out because I hit something and uh, I hit something and it made their gas thing come on. So the gas thing came. He said, "Pump them brakes." We can laugh about it now. I, it's funny now. So yeah, thank God. So I hit somebody. When I hit the gate, it made the gas thing come up in the building. So everybody had to evacuate the building. So everybody came out. I was sitting out there with a suit. I'm trying to play it off. Embarrassed as all get up with. I got the whole people evacuating their building with my little raggedy car because they didn't bleed the brakes because there wasn't no friction. I hear me. And so somebody finally said, "So who hit this gate?" They say the guy that was over there with the suit on. So an older woman said, "What? You? What's wrong with you? You ain't see this big old gate? You ain't see this gate? You ain't see this gate? You just going, what you thinking about? He's trying to kill us all. He's trying to kill us all. He's trying to kill us all." You talking about embarrassed? Man, I was trying to play it. I was trying to be on the low, right, man. She's crazy. I was like, but I was just so glad to be alive. I'm just laughing at myself because I could have been dead driving a car with no brakes. Why? I didn't bleed the brakes. Why? Because the brakes didn't have no resistance. Now you hear me? I'm talking about friction, money friction tonight. And I stop out here to let you know that you ain't gonna make no real money until you embrace friction. When you're dealing with people too. I hear me? When you start writing contracts and stuff with folk, right from the beginning. Somebody say something and then they don't do it. Address them. All right, right from the beginning. As soon as you start dealing with people, they sign something, then they start acting brand new. All right, they're like, well, I'm like, well, I know nothing. All I know is what you signed and what you said, and that's exactly what I expect. I don't expect to be having no more conversations about it either. Why? Because you need friction when when you're dealing with sneaky people. I hear me, folks trying to change their mind about stuff, hedging and fudging about stuff. I let everybody know when I first started dealing with them. Don't put up nothing if you want a refund, because I ain't giving you no refund on nothing. Just don't buy it. I don't care. I don't need your money. All right. That's why I have very low blood pressure. Why? Because I create friction with people. Because I don't care. I care about me. I care about my life and I care about my health. How about you? Do you care about you? Put in that chat, I care about me. You better care about you. You better, if you don't care about you, nobody else care about you. Everybody put I care about me in that chat. And that ain't being selfish. That's what? That's being wise. You better care about you. You in business. Are you hearing me? And when you're in business, people will run your behind over if you don't care about you. Put it in the chat. Speak over your life. You don't need nobody permission to care about you. Are you hearing me? You don't need nobody permission to care about you. That's right, Brother James. You don't need nobody's Joyce, you're right. You don't need nobody, K-Man. You don't need nobody's permission to care about you. Cheryl Lynn, you're right. You don't need nobody's I care about you too. Good, you care about you. All right. You might care about me, and that's good if you do. But you better believe I care about me. I ain't gonna let nobody kill Brother Ricky. And if I was you, I'd take the same attitude. Ain't nothing wrong with friction. Friction is good when you start messing with little nickel slick wannabe folk lying to you and saying they're gonna do one thing and then they be trying to do something else. Y'all heard about them two-story houses? What? They tell you one story before you get in the house and tell you another story after you get there. I hear what I'm talking about. You don't need nobody permission. That's right, Brother James, to care about you. So I'm just saying tonight that friction is good. Friction is not bad. It's not like you chaotic and like you want a whole lot of turmoil with people, because the Bible says as much as lies within you to live peaceable with everybody. All right. But the whole attitude about business is that in business, be a man. All right. In business, be a woman. And what I'm going to show you how to do, I'm going to show you how to get out these little broke business streets and come all over here where the money is. Why? Because you stop caring about and trying to impress somebody and let them know, hey, you're going to keep your word around here, or you can get gone. All right. It's just that simple. All right. Friction. Friction is good. Money friction makes a lot of money. If you ain't got no money, one of the problems you got is that you hate controversy. And you hate it. You'll do anything to avoid it. And that's why you broke. That's why you got money problems. That's why your money funny. Your change is strange. But I came back here to help release that demon off of you, because that's a spirit. By the way, my book is going to be in town tomorrow. I can start mailing out y'all books. Everybody that bought Humble Aggression, God bless you. We'll be mailing it out to you starting tomorrow. And all of y'all who haven't purchased it, if I was you, I get on my job. Why? Because that book is a code. I wrote a book to help y'all stop faking like y'all humble. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I see my brothers and sisters around the world. I'm like, you got money problems and all kind of problems because of this fake humility. And I wrote the book on it. It's called Humble Aggression. And it's the only one like it. All right. I got principle after principle after principle in there that'll help you do what? Get on top of your game. Put humble in the chat if you want to read it, if you want to be one of the first people to order it. All right. Yeah, it's like the rest of my books. It's $57, just like the rest of my books. Say, I ain't got no $57. Boy, you must sure enough be giving in to everybody. You ain't got no little measly $57. All right. Something wrong. Something wrong with that picture. You're a grown man, a grown woman. Uh, it's just disgusting to me to be looking at what we be doing with our time. You know, how we be tricking our time off, scared of people. Just scared of people. They just be ruining our lives. Are you hearing me? And then we don't want no conflict and all that. I'm like, if you broke, we got conflict. If you broke and got a bad attitude, we got conflict right now. All right. Why? Because I'm not about to be able to get along with you. Okay. Why? Because you bad business. All right. Okay. Yeah, you bad to be around. Are you hear what I'm talking about? So let's get ready going over the class. We're about to start in 5 minutes. Real quickly, IMF fund. If you're interested in coming, I'll be glad to have you. It's absolutely free tonight. You're talking to Brother Ricky. Put IMF in the chat. Okay, you're talking to Brother Ricky. I'm gonna finish teaching y'all a little bit about this friction, this money friction. I'm gonna show you the real definition of what money friction is and why it has helped make me a multimillionaire, and how you can do the same thing. I'm sure you just like me. I'm sure you come from nothing, just like I am. I doubt if anybody on here listening born with some money. I doubt it. I bet you 100% of us on here, chances are 100% of us on here came from nothing. The only difference is one person got one attitude, another person got another one. All right, so put IMF in the chat if you want the link, and come on over. And I'm gonna tell Ricky to make sure that I'm gonna call him and tell him to make sure that it gets to all of y'all. Now let's real quick. This is the last thing. If you don't get the link right now, if it's not sent for some reason, go to rickthewealthcoach.com right now. All right, rickthewealthcoach.com. All of my classes on there, including the class that we're about to get into right now, live, me and you, and me and you. I'm going to show you on the screen how we do what we do and all of that. Okay, I love you all. You all have a wonderful, wonderful day. For the rest of y'all who can't make it right now, have a great day. Be blessed in the city. Be blessed in the field. For the rest of y'all, come on over to class. It's going to start in a couple of minutes. The International Monetary Fund class, absolutely free. Going to start right now. All right. Everybody have a great night. I'll see some of you all in a few minutes. All right. Let's get it on.